Lilith in Pisces shows a very boring time. Yes, astrology describes everything, including boredom. Everything is extremely superficial these days. Superficiality can be amusing in small doses, but with time we grow tired of it and are confronted with our inner emptiness. We are currently lacking depth and meaning, no matter how sophisticated the methods we are using to deny that are. I'm CAVALHER. Most people are commonly unaware of deep and spiritual things. Lilith in Pisces only makes things worse in 2019. That's understandable. Looking inside ourselves at our own depth is indeed dangerous. When we look inside, we won't find positivity, quality, and happiness only. We will certainly also find negativity, problems, and dissatisfaction. When we look inside, we see things that are completely different from what we expected. We run the risk of being disappointed with ourselves. We run the even bigger risk of finding out how awesome and great we can be and having to face the huge amount of work that is necessary to make that happen in a concrete way. We run the risk of finding the wonderful individuality, the great soul we all are deep down, and of feeling the urge to transform ourselves into it. And maybe we run the risk of being rejected for having become profound and different from everybody else. We run the risk of finding the deeper meaning of our lives. Lilith always shows a very strong unconsciousness in our charts and lives. At the moment, although we will argue otherwise, we are entirely unconscious of Pisces' themes, depth, meaning, and the transcendence. Believe me, we will argue otherwise. All of a sudden, everything seems irrelevant. Superficiality takes control of our lives. Things are trivial, cause no impact, and have no importance. It seems that nothing is really happening. Situations repeat themselves endlessly. Life is tedious. Life has become mediocre and silly. From July 2019 until the end of this transit in January 2020, Lilith will be in touch with Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. Saturn and Capricorn show bad conditions at work. Work is too heavy. We work more and make less and less money. And worst of all, we are getting used to it and don't even bother anymore. We complain a little, but that's all. We also got used to demanding and unbearable bosses. We got used to abuse of power too. We see people crushing other people to get what they want, but we are not outraged. Sometimes the conditions are so hard that we ourselves feel tempted to crush others. Sometimes we do. The superficial and repetitive routine of Lilith in Pisces is now adding up to the bad working conditions of Saturn and Pluto. Life becomes nothing more than work. We work and sleep, work and sleep, work and sleep. It's better not to read the news, not to debate, not to try to change anything. Who could blame us? Reality is now so horrible, so monstrous, that we prefer not to look at it. It is all right. Of course it will become unbearable at some point. There's a point no one can stand it anymore. What happens then? Do we develop consciousness, start a spiritual journey, and seek the deeper meaning of our lives, the transcendence? No, Lilith won't allow that. Lilith creates a deeper level of unconsciousness. Lilith takes you to the extreme opposite. That's how we change a superficial, repetitive, and tedious life for a simulation of spirituality, fantasies. We are sure that we understand everything crystal clear. No one is confused here. Problems seem stupid and we believe in easy solutions. We believe in the first person that shows up promising to save us. We become super idealists and build dreams that are at the same time wonderful and impossible. Between August and November 2019, Lilith is in conjunction with Neptune in Pisces, and the illusion becomes even more powerful. Those who have their birthdays during that period of time, me included, should ask the emergency help of their friends because they will hallucinate in 2020. Lilith increases your illusions, forcing you to believe that you are doing everything in your power to solve the problem. Trying to find the deeper meaning of our lives, we seek religions that offer the same teachings for everyone. But the meaning of your life cannot be the same of everyone else's. So we try again and seek the teachings of the holistic world. But most of the holistic world repeats the same standardized teachings of religions. It's the same dogmas in New Age words. Fanaticism only grows. Arguing with deluded people is pointless. You must have noticed up to now I am not a positive thinking guy. If you want happy endings, try Disney. Lilith has no way out in 3D or 4D. The best you can do is to wait until the reality hits you in the face. At some point, the pain is too high, and we finally realize how stupid it was to believe in easy solutions and in saviors. Of course, it will be too late. But the pain of lacking meaning can be a positive thing. Realizing how horrible life is at the moment and being able to admit that could finally trigger change. At some point, you wake up. You will then learn to seek transcendence and fight for yourself instead of believing in miracles and absurd promises.